What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today, we're stepping straight into a Michigan courtroom where calm logic is about to collide with sovereign citizen fantasy. This isn't just another routine case, this is the moment where simple traffic stop spirals into a bold attempt to challenge the court's authority right to its face. Before the judge even takes a seat, you can feel the tension building. The defendant is ready with rehearsed lines and homemade legal theories, convinced he's about to rewrite the law. But Judge Shaker. She's seen this playbook too many times to count, and she's prepared to shut it down with precision. This is the first of two proceedings, and trust me, the opening round already hits harder than most courtroom showdowns you've watched, so sit tight, because everything that happens here sets the tone for an even stronger clash coming next. Let's get into this first hearing.
Counsel versus Malik McCullough, 23T00773, as well as 23W002349.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Malik McCullough.
Malik McCullough.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, we're here for a pretrial in the case, and then a show cause for payment as to the ticket.
First of all, I need to apologize to Mr. McCullough. I called the wrong number, so I did not reach out to you. But we do not have discovery yet in this case, so I was going to ask for an adjournment.
No objection. Ms. White, what are you missing, the report, or are you just missing the video?
Looks like I'm missing everything.
Okay.
Let me check again. Looks like we just put in the request on the 28th.
If we could have a couple of weeks, Your Honor.
All right. I'm sorry, what you saying, sir?
I was going to say, can I say something? This is going to be a case that's going to be dismissed. So there's no evidence, no discovery, or nothing. So just so y'all know, for future reference, when y'all come to the next court date, it's going to be thrown out.
Okay, we need to discuss that together, Mr. McCullough, so I can discuss that with the court.
We don't need to discuss nothing, but it's okay. You'll find out.
Okay.
Mr. McCullough, when do you plan to pay your expired plate ticket, sir?
How much is that ticket, Ms. Washington?
Hold on 1 second, please.
I don't have an expired plate, so how much is that ticket?
$246, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna dispute that. That's not gonna get paid. I don't have it. I don't have it.
Sir, you cannot dispute this any longer. You failed to show up, and it's already been defaulted. You got this ticket at the same time you got the fail to use a turn signal onto Harris Road back in May of 2023. So when are you going to be able to start making payments on your ticket, sir?
I can pay $25 a month.
All right. What day?
In 3 weeks.
I'm sorry?
In 3 weeks.
All right. So 3 weeks puts us, that's like March, that's like the 27th. You're going to pay on the 27th of each month?
Yeah, I'll pay a little something on it.
All right. $25 per month on the 27th, sir.
And where do I pay this falsified ticket at, though, Miss Washington?
14B District Court, 7200 South Huron River Drive, sir, in Ypsilanti Township.
Okay.
All right. I can adjourn this to April 3rd.
Adjourn it too, please. Appreciate it.
I'll see everybody back here on April 3rd at 9 o'clock a.m. Discontinued.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, that wraps up the first hearing, and it definitely didn't end the way our defendant expected. He walked in confident, almost certain the judge would toss out the case or dismiss the ticket entirely. But reality didn't match the script he had in his head. Instead of a victory lap, he left with a payment plan and a reminder that courtroom fantasies don't override actual law. Even at the end, he tried tossing out a few last-minute sovereign phrases, but none of it landed, and none of it changed the ruling. In the end, he accepted the responsibility and agreed to take care of the fine he once claimed was illegitimate. If anything, this first proceeding showed how quickly those arguments crumble when tested. Now, we shift gears. We're heading from Michigan to Texas, and this next case takes things to a whole new level. This time, it's a dispute involving unpaid rent, and the individuals involved are leaning even harder into the sovereign citizen playbook. Their arguments are louder, longer, and far more elaborate than the first defendants, so let's move into the second proceeding and see how this next courtroom handles a much bigger attempt to challenge the system. Let's get into it.
Oaks doing business as Urban Oaks versus Jose Martinez, Nicole Lewis, and then the other occupants of 6725. So who do I have on behalf of Urban Oaks?
Keith Wolfshall, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Do I have someone for our first defendant, Jose Martinez?
Yes, we're here as a special appearance only, and Nicole is also in a special appearance as well.
All right. Mr. Martinez, what is the reason you're saying it's a special appearance?
This is a special appearance because we are challenging jurisdiction and we do not participate in legal contract.
Okay. What is the reason you don't think the jurisdiction exists?
Because it has to be proven. Whenever there's a challenge.
That's not a jurisdictional thing. Jurisdiction is either it's something I can't hear, but evictions are solely the province of a justice court. So the only other jurisdictional issue would be if the property's not located in the precinct. To your knowledge, does that address physically fall within the bounds of precinct 3?
I don't believe it does. That there's no personal jurisdiction. There's no personal jurisdiction. There might be subject matter, but in order to hear a case, you have to have subject matter and personal jurisdiction at the same time.
Mr. Martinez, if you're appearing in court, you've been served, and if you are indeed an occupant, then that would be sufficient for them to have personal jurisdiction and for the court as well.
That's why we're challenging jurisdiction. And the law says that whenever we challenge jurisdiction, that the court cannot proceed unless they provide to us, both of us, Nicole Lewis and Jose Martinez, proof that y'all have any jurisdiction.
All right, well, I'll take the information from Urban Oaks, but we'll find out. All right, then. Mr. Wolfshall, please tell me first, why don't we address the jurisdictional issue? Is this property located within the bounds of precinct 3?
According to the maps of Travis County, yes, Your Honor, they are.
Internet just like a hall. I can't hear
the maps.
Mr. Wolfshall, I was not able to understand you. You broke up a lot.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Is this any better?
That's better. Okay. Tell me about location. Is it in precinct 3?
My apologies, Your Honor. Can you? Okay, thank you. Yes, Your Honor. According to the maps of Travis County, the precinct, this property does lie within the precinct of precinct 3, jurisdiction of precinct 3. We'd ask the court to take judicial notice that 6725 Urban Oaks is in this precinct.
On Circle Road at Congress and William Cannon? Mr. Wolfshall, is that the address?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, you're breaking up on me?
Is the address 6725 Circle Road?
I'm sorry.
Mr. Wolfshall, your internet
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
is bad.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The address is 6725 Circle S Road, Austin, Texas, 78745.
All right, I pulled it up on the map. That is within precinct 3. So we have both personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction. So Mr. Martinez, Mr. Lewis, I do find that jurisdiction exists within our court. All right, Mr. Wolfshall, I'm sorry, sir?
We don't consent to that unless it is proven to us in writing that there is jurisdiction.
Mr. Martinez, I'm saying that I found proof sufficient. You can appeal if you don't agree. Okay?
Well, no, that's not the law. The law says that we have to go to
the law, Mr. Martinez. As long as you are showing up, the plaintiff need only show me that they have served the defendant in the result, which you've not denied that you are Jose Martinez. He has established for me that is an eviction wholly within the province of a justice court, and that the address for which the eviction is sought is one which is in my jurisdiction. That is all that is needed.
But also it says that we don't participate in legal contract, and that would be.
Mr. Martinez, are you currently residing in the apartment they're trying to evict you from?
I don't understand your question, and I don't understand your jurisdiction.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to ask that you just be silent and let me go through the plaintiff's case, and then I will answer all of your questions for you. Okay? All right, Mr. Wolfshall, so it's an address that's in the precinct. What's the reason the eviction's being sought?
Your Honor, this is an eviction for non-payment of rent.
Non-payment. Is there a written contract with the defendants?
There is, Your Honor. It was entered into on November 6th, 2024, and it expired on October 31st, 2025. We're now in the secondary phase.
Mr. Wolfshall, is that contract with Jose Martinez and Nicole Lewis?
It is, Your Honor. There is a copy that was provided to the court as well.
How much is the monthly rent per that lease?
$1,464.
All right. Any subsidy?
It is not, Your Honor.
Mr. Wolfshaw, you broke up. Was that a yes or a no?
No. The last question is, it is not subsidized, Your Honor.
All
It
right.
is not subsidized.
What months of rent have been unpaid?
October through the present,
Is this a CARES property?
it is, Your Honor.
And when was the notice provided?
September 10th of 2025 I apologize, Your Honor. I did not write that down. Give me just one moment. Let me make sure I'm telling you the truth. All right. It was by first class and certified mail on September the 10th, 2025. It was also a 30-day notice to vacate.
All right. And to your knowledge, the tenants have not vacated?
They have not vacated, Your Honor.
All right. What unit number is it, Mr. Wolfshaw?
Yes, Your Honor. That is going to be unit 1240.
All right. Mr. Martinez, Ms. Lewis, good morning. Mr. Wolfshaw says that you have a lease with the apartment complex for unit number 1240, and he provided me with a copy of that lease. Do you recognize this document?
Yeah, that contract is expired.
Is this a contract that you entered into, Mr. Martinez?
That's not the original one. The original one was signed in wet ink. That one is signed by electronic signature.
All right, so you have a contract that you signed. Is it for the apartment number 1240 there at 6725 Urban Oaks?
It was, but it's expired.
All right, are you still currently residing in unit 1240?
Yes, we are.
When's the last time you paid rent?
I'm not sure.
All right, the landlord here says that the rent is $14.64 a month. Is that correct?
I'm not sure because we were getting assistance from a foundation for the
Per
home.
your lease, what does it say in the lease that you said you signed? On this one, I see it to be $14.64.
Right. That's probably the foundation was paying for that. So they were the ones that were doing all the paperwork for us.
Do you have any proof that they are paying the rent on your behalf? Because the lease says that y'all owe it.
Yes, we do have proof. They were sending checks from City of Austin Foundation for the Homeless to the apartment complex that they were paying the rent.
All right. Do you know if rent has been paid for October?
I'm not sure.
Ms. Lewis, do you know if rent has been paid on behalf of October?
I'm not aware.
All right. And Mr. Lewis or Mr. Martinez, Ms. Lewis, have either of you made payment, or do you know if payment has been made for November?
We're not sure.
All right. Well, they do find the landlord has met their burden then to show that per their information in the ledger and the lease, rent remains unpaid for the past 2 months. Mr. Wolfstrom, are you wanting to prorate the rent through the hearing or through the appeals deadline?
Your Honor, just for today, I calculated that as $3,028.
All right. So you are prorating?
Yes, Your Honor, we're prorating.
Today is the 18th, so for 18 days, I got $48.80. So that's $878.40. So with that and the $14.64 for October, judgment for the plaintiff, $2,342.40. If either party wishes to appeal, we'll put that at just the 1 month of rent. That'll be $14.64. Ms. Martinez, Ms. Lewis, you both have at least 5 days to appeal before the landlord can seek a writ of possession. We will send you the information related to that. I'll highlight for you, for all parties actually, in a non-payment case, you may be able to appeal, and if you've been receiving assistance from a rental agency, you might even qualify to appeal for free. However, if you want to stay in that apartment while the case is being heard to another court, you do have to pay full rent of $14.64, but you pay it to the court. And we'll send you specific information about that. All right. Any questions, Mr. Martinez, Ms. Lewis?
Okay. Yeah. We also submitted a VAWA case, Violence Against Women's Act, that was also violated back in July. And we submitted the VAWA Act. So they're in violation of the VAWA that prevents us from being evicted according to VAWA Federal Act. And we submitted it and they did not respond or help us on that VAWA Act.
All right, Mr. Martinez, unfortunately, that does not work as a defense to non-payment. I would absolutely encourage you to reach out to legal aid with that issue and with the others and see if they can assist you. You have at least 5 days. If you take no action sooner, day 6, the judgment becomes final. All right.
We don't accept or consent to the law, the orders. So.
All right. Well, Mr. Martinez, whether you consent or not, that is the order of the court, and it will become final, and the judgment would be sufficient for the landlord to move forward with a writ of possession and removal of you and your property. So please contact legal aid in the next several days to see about an appeal. All right.
Well, we don't call legal aid.
Good luck. All parties are excused. Thank you.
All right, everyone, that brings us to the close of this second proceeding, and the outcome is pretty straightforward. The tenants didn't win their argument. They're responsible for the unpaid rent, and the judge made that crystal clear. Despite their attempts to challenge the court's authority, the ruling showed that the law doesn't bend around personal beliefs or self-declared titles. The judge even took a moment to walk them through why the court does have jurisdiction, breaking it down step by step. And honestly, the simple fact that they appeared for the hearing says a lot. When someone shows up for a legal proceeding, it's an acknowledgement, whether they say it out loud or not, that the court's decision carries real consequences. That's something many sovereign litigants overlook, but it becomes obvious every time they walk through those courtroom doors. That's why I always say, if you're present in that room, you've already recognized the court's authority, at least enough to avoid the penalties for skipping it. And this case was no exception. With that wrapped up, I just want to thank you all for tuning in. If you're enjoying these breakdowns and want to keep following these courtroom battles, don't forget to like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted whenever I upload new proceedings. Thanks for watching.